Hey friends, it's Joe from DadBod. Today it's around 32 degrees outside and 5:10 in the morning in Japan. We're in Tokyo near Todoroki Ravine, and we're going to do a 6-mile run today. So that should be nice and fun. It's going to be nice and slow. Throttle pace should take about an hour and a half, and looking forward to chatting with you while I suffer. So let me pop you in my head and we'll get to work. 1 second. Gotta set my phone down. Ooh, it is brisk today. It's like cold enough that it warrants gloves. That's always the ultimate test, is like, do I need to wear gloves? Yes, Joe, you should wear gloves. Alright, so I got that on. Let me put one of my gloves on. Anyone else not fully excited for this? What's nice is, like, I feel, and I hate starting off my workouts with feelings, but I feel like I'm in decently prepared for this. Let's see, I'm at a run, click start, turn that up, open YouTube so I can chat with people. So we'll see, 5:20, should be done at 6:50. It's not impossible. Let's start. All right, pop on my glove. Chilly. I might need a hat eventually, although I don't know how to live stream with a hat on. I've never tried that. Like, because I wear the GoPro on my head. Now, it should be dark for a while, but eventually we should have better lighting. And very first thing I have to be mindful of as I get started is just pace and form. We want to do the trot. The throttle is low and slow. Croc running. Whew. The biggest thing to be mindful of is we really don't want to do this in a hurry. Because what can happen when you're running, sometimes you just pop into the wrong pace and then you're screwed. So for me, I'm gonna work on trying to get everything activated the right way. And when I say activated, I mean like core engaged, good landing. I'll see. Merry Christmas. Oh, it's a little chilly. It's not unbearably chill. It just kind of is what it is. So I think it's 32, 23 degrees Fahrenheit. I know it's around 0 Celsius. So that's fun. It's funny, this morning I had all the right things going for me. Like, I was well rested from Sunday, felt strong, nice and recovered. Didn't eat nothing too spicy. That's a big kicker. I put a little bit of cayenne on it, but nothing bad. But whew, one thing getting me is like, it's cold. I'm not fully conditioned for cold running in Japan. And winter is finally popping its ugly head. I'm just figuring out what to do with that. I'm like Do I need thicker gloves? I need to figure out how to run with a hat in the cold. Actually, what's interesting, my toes are a little chilly. I'm like, that's a new one. That normally doesn't happen. So, yeah, whether you're running in the peak of summer or a bleak winter, there's always some kind of challenge you get to navigate. It's always something that impacts your ability to go the distance. Because literally right now, only 0.5 miles in to a 6-mile run. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we should just go home. Like, I might have to go to the bathroom soon. It's kind of chilly. It's dark. It's cold. I'm tired. I'm gonna have to make the kids breakfast in an hour and a half. Maybe I should just go home. Like, you can't make any decisions about your workout within the first mile. Sometimes even within the first 2 miles, if you're really getting out there, you know? So that's just something I'm trying to be mindful of right now. It's like, this is how my body feels about today's run. How do I just lock into it, even though it's chilly and dark and cold and lonely? I did see someone on chat. Let me check once I clear the stairs of death. Yo, fart bubble. Hello. Hey. How's it going, bud? Welcome to Tokyo. It's about 5:20 in the morning. Bleak, cold winter. My motivation isn't fully there for today's run, but I'm here today, which means I'm home. I'm in it. But how are you, friend? Nice and peaceful. Got my little river next to me. Gonna get out to the big river soon. But fart bubble, hope you're having a nice day, evening, or morning, depending on where you're from. It's one of the cool things about live streaming. You run into people from around the world. Like, it just makes a great space to connect across all these different perspectives and geopolitical boundaries. It's really, really nice. So I love meeting new people. Now, a good percentage of our community is in the US, but not all of them. I'm like waiting for lock-in. Anyone know what lock-in is? Lock-in is the point in a run where your mind's already made a decision that it's gonna happen, that you're committed, you're gonna put in the work. This is a present reality. But more than that, lock-in is the point where your body's like, okay, I'll shut up
it just starts doing what it's supposed to do. And what's really nice about it is like, it doesn't always happen. Definitely doesn't come easy, but it allows you to like start flowing, where you feel like everything is working together to accomplish it. Like right now, my abs, no lock-in. They're like, wait, you want us to flex and hold good posture right now? My ankles and shins, no lock-in. They're like, hey, we didn't consent to this. We have no idea why you're out here in the cold. It's chilly. Your shoes are too tight. It's uncomfy. And you're too fat. We don't want to carry you for 12,000 steps over the next 2 miles. So my ankles aren't in it yet. But the one player, the one muscle group that seems to be with me is the glutes. The glutes are like, y'all need me to squeeze? I got you. For some reason, they showed up to the party. I will say my quads did not. Keep rolling. So we're pushing 0.75 miles. All right, which is about a kilometer. Today we're doing 6 miles. Woo, serpentine. Now friends, this part of the run, it's gonna be dark for a while, okay? There's not gonna be much to look at. I can see cool stuff. I got my night vision on. Y'all just get the breathing podcast. Here's your big man breathing ASMR. Now I know my target, which is basically that city way the heck out there, which looks deceptively close. It's actually quite far. That'll be our 3-mile turnaround, which is just about 5K. Whew. And when we hit it, nice and simple. We just 5K our way back, no problem. Easy. For 300 pounds a man, that's a nice workout. Should be fun. Last week, for our long run, it was my first long run back from Japan. And I'm back from Japan. It's my first long run after a trip in the US. I was super jet lagged, super sore. I was kind of off rhythm and routine. And I was approaching my 2-mile marker, which is the turnaround. And it's like my brain activated. I was like, hey Joe, you know, per your schedule, this is actually a 5-mile run, right? It's not a 2. You still got a ways to go, buddy. Oh, that was so sad. So sad. I was like, all right. So I dug it out. I increased the throttle. I hit that 2.5 marker, which is right at the base of a bridge. Way the heck up there, way out of sight. But I had found the right pace to lock in. And I was like, okay, we can do this. I locked in my pace. I trottled along. And I got to that extra 2.5, turned it back, I ran that nice, smooth 2.5 back, kept my pace, got homed, just in time to feed the children, get them off to school. But I'll tell you, that upgrade choice, whew, super hard, man. But one of the things I like about my style of running, which I call line running, is you really only give yourself one choice. So what I used to do is called loop running. And in loop running, you kind of like draw out a loop on a map that you want to do. And each time that you want to go farther, you draw a bigger and bigger loop. And for some reason, psychologically, it was really hard for me to will myself to do the bigger loop. And part of it was like, I knew that I had to increase my Y and X coordinate, which is really silly because I'd start getting tired and I'd be like, am I really gonna make this choice to broaden out the loop? Am I gonna make it worse for myself? And I'd always want to back down from that. 1 second, I gotta be quiet. Don't want to scare nobody. There we go. So I'd make this choice to do a nice loop run, and the next day I'd have to make another choice. And I found it was always difficult for me to run in some kind of circle because I'd feel this tension of quarter of the way there, pushing towards the half the way there, 3/4 of the way there. It always got to me for some reason. What I like about line running is you run the same exact course every single time. You leave from the same spot, you run to the same spot, you run backwards along the same path. And what I like about it, especially as you're trying to increase distance, is it only gives you one choice. And that choice is when you get close to your prior best, right? When you get close to the 2-mile turnaround, you have a choice of, can you run half a mile farther? And it's not true, because you're technically running a half mile back as well, plus the original return. But for some reason, for me, and everyone's different psychologically, it's a lot easier. I shouldn't say easy though, it's not easy, it's easier for me to take a deep breath, lean forward, pass my prior PR or personal record, and say, you know what? Yes, I can run an extra half a mile, which was just under an extra kilometer. And then what I do, I lean forward, I stretch out that extra half mile, and it helps me with breaking it up. When I get to that extra half mile point, so I got to 2.5, my brain can turn on the yes of, you know what, I bet I can run back to my previous PR. It's a weird trick, but for me, psychologically, I need every crutch I can get. It helps me just make those nice, conscious choices to keep progressing. So I hit that switch, run back to my previous PR, and then the next switch my brain can flip is, well, we're here. You've done this before. I guess you can run the rest of the way home. Now, naturally, you're still running the extra mile, right? And that last mile back, you're still super fatigued, because it's not like you didn't run the prior miles. You did all the work, right? But it's the way you mentally break up the journey that enables you to lock it in mentally, physically, to keep going, right? To keep going, to get out there and run that distance, but also to keep going to get yourself home, right? Because as soon as we hit the halfway mark and we turn it back at 3 miles, we still know, I'm not dumb, like, I gotta run 3 miles back, and that's not particularly fun, okay? I'm not out here for fun. No, that's when all the that's when all the toxic thoughts of, hey, I can call a cab. I just gotta walk up this hill, grab my phone, hail me a cab. I'll be home in no time. Always an option. There is always an out from doing anything tricky, whether it's writing all those final papers you got stacked up, or roughing out a resume to find a new job. Right? Whew. There's always a new boundary you gotta push through. There's always a new compromise that you gotta say no to continue to press on, to continue to make progress. So for me, that threshold is running past 2 miles. That's my first threshold I gotta break through, is coming to accept, you know, this idea of, hey body, shut up. We're in it. We're running safe. And we're gonna make it past 2 miles, past 3 miles. And we're gonna turn it back. It's gonna go great. That's the money right there. So reaching that point of choice. If I can choose a harder path, I can choose hard mode on this game, because I beat it on easy last week. But it takes time, persistence to train up to all that. And honestly, most of this conversation we're having is just rolling thoughts, so I can dissociate from my present discomfort, which is real. But in my head, I'm also like, all right, if I can make it, I can make it to the 2 mile marker with a consistent pace, with good form, nice tilt, not in a rush, but in more of a flow, physical flow state. It's like I could probably keep the flow going. But if this starts to turn into a walk run, we might be in trouble. So, we'll see what we can do. Making progress, little by little, every day. That's all we can do. Progress. I want to progress. Is progress and progress spelled the same way? Is it just how you say it? Does it have different meanings? See, no, I don't know. Oh, English is such a dumb language. Let's keep it rolling. Oh, it's chilly. If we stop, we die. Just kidding. If it ever gets unsafe, I can always call a cab. I also got gooey packets. Nice, quiet winter ride. Whew, creeping up on 2 miles, y'all. It does mean we got a mountain to climb soon. We get to go. We get to go over our favorite bridge. And yeah, when it goes so far, as I say favorite, depending on the day, I love that bridge. Other days, I hate that bridge. It was always a challenge to keep increasing my distance to run to the bridge. I remember the first day I touched it. It was like such a huge freaking accomplishment for me. And then I remember all the work we put in to run up it, to run over it, and then to run back over it. That sucks. Like when it wasn't a perfect halfway, but just part of the journey. Like the worst part is anticipating it, running towards it, running over it, running beyond it, and knowing we still have to run back to it, still have to run over it, and then run all the way freaking home. Like, it just, that's where the love-hate comes in, is it does start to get in the way a little bit. Oh, we're almost there. Oh, we're almost to the fake bridge. That's not a fake bridge, it serves a purpose. There's a optical illusion. It looks like you're almost at the arch bridge, but really trains go across that other bridge, which is in front of it. It's like a forced perspective thing. Whew. What's nice, my My body turned on the oven. It only took 2 miles. Now I'm like, hey, I'm kind of toasty. I'm in roasted marshmallow mode, you know? Just down here kicking butt the best I can. Running in the dark with y'all. I'm definitely locked in. There are some bio pressures I'm having, if you know what I mean. But I'm like in no man's land right now. Because I'm lost. So I gotta get to my bridge. I gotta get across my bridge. There's a bathroom on that side. Or if I'm feeling good, if I'm feeling in control, get across the bridge, run back. At least then I'll be closer to like 4 miles in. Although later in the game you stop, it gets worse in a different way. Lean forward, lean forward. Abs on, abs on. Got a little bit of light coming through, that's nice. Whew. My glutes and hammies carrying me today. Last week we flowed all the way out here and we basically made it to the base of the bridge and we cut it back. So today, to add half a mile, we get to run all the way up to the bridge, run over it. I think we run on the other side of the river a little bit. Let's see how all that pans out. So I'll check distance once we're over the bridge, but I can't remember the exact 3-mile marker. Yeah, it always drifts a little bit. Gotta keep my lean though. When we train for this, there's a hill. So what happens on a hill when you're running long distance, you try to keep your legs moving at the same pace. When you reach the top of the hill, your heart rate is going to be spiked, and by default it's going to try to break your pace. First of all, as an affirmation, that's totally normal, and it's okay that it's hard. And for this next stretch, you kind of have 2 ramps and the overbridge. That's gonna spike our heart rate. So we're gonna breathe through it. Initially, we're gonna try to keep pace. We're gonna try to gently exaggerate our lean and probably reduce our stride a tiny bit. But at the top, we're gonna take some power breaths and try to settle right into our half marathon pace like nothing happened. And the reason I say we train for that, here's that lean, shorter stride. The reason I say we train for that is on Fridays, we do our worst run. We do our fartlicks, or we do low and high intervals. 1 mile, half marathon pace. Sorry, 1 minute half marathon pace. 1 minute faster pace. 1 minute half marathon. 1 minute faster. And what this does is it spikes your heart rate, like mine is right now. It spikes it, challenges it. And yeah, it allows you to focus and bring that heart rate back under control, even if your system is loaded, I'd even say overloaded. So I'm almost at peak. Still has a mild rise too. Heart rate's peaking. Once I get to the midpoint, I gotta drop in. Pretty much right away, we're gonna run to the bottom of this bridge. We're gonna have to run back up it again. So, gotta get our system under control, because for a little bit it's gonna feel easier when we're going downhill, and we turn around, we're gonna feel it ramp back up. Let's see. So now we're on the decline. I still haven't come all the way down yet. I'm getting closer. Beautiful sunrise. What's nice about this run is from a mental perspective, right? We're locked in to a pretty good pace right now. Well, uncomfortable. We're running pretty safe. Can't complain much. It's a good time. Let me check something real quick. Alright, 2.79. Oh, 0.2 miles left till the turnaround. Whew. Is that much? Still early morning. Seems like we might have the sun at our back. Maybe that'll warm us up a little bit. I think we're literally gonna get to the bottom of this thing, and it's gonna be like, good work, turn around. So on downhills, you also gotta be careful of pace, because if you let loose and run at the speed that the hill is pulling you towards, your cardio can get out of control. But the other thing is, if you fight the hill too much, you'll also wear yourself down. It's kind of a double-edged sword there. Hard in two directions, you know. So we're gonna work our way to the bottom of this hill. Oh, there we go, nice silhouette. Got some starburst orange over there in the distance. That's beautiful. So for me, gotta get heart rate under control because it's high, especially if I'm turning back around. So I'm gonna get out to the trail and then check distance, and I think it's literally that overpass, or it's a little farther. Might be the second overpass. Data 2.92, 2.93. Now there is a lovely bathroom there, so I might try to use that bathroom. Even though I got a really good flow pace, might be a good time to be conservative, take a break. There we go, we're on the other side of the river. How neat is that? 297. How fun that we made it this far. The other thing I got trusted, I could take a break, nothing bad will happen. And 299, 298, I almost cut it back early. It's definitely wobbling at 299. And 3. Beautiful. All right, 3 miles to go, friends. Good work so far. Hey, who's that? Malene Bernard. Beautiful scenery. Also, you can do it. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate that. Do believe that I can. All right. So, one of the fun parts of running is occasionally needing a bio break. I'm naturally not going to take y'all for that, but if you're enjoying the live, I'm gonna set you up to see a sunrise for, I don't know, minute 20, and then I will be right back, and hopefully nobody takes my stuff. So let's get you out over here. Let me set all this down. I'll probably take my phone with me. Whew, it's cold, it's blustery. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I also want to check my battery level. Oh, 60%. If we hurry, we might be able to finish this run. So, got your sunrise view. And the battery pack out here. Yeah, hopefully nobody steals my stuff. Don't steal my stuff! I'll be right back, friends. Give me, I don't know, minute 30. I'll message you.
1,400 kilometers. Oh my gosh, that's way bigger than I thought. Thanks for the flexibility, friend. Man, the sun came in nice. That was awesome. Let's see if I can set my phone down for a second. Yeah, and I'd love to visit. All I know about South Africa, and apologies for my ignorance, we're at 50% battery, high probability we make it. It might die right on the final mile, we'll see. I'm gonna take a gooey packet really fast. Gooey packets are one of the most disgusting substances on earth. I'm gonna do the chocolate one because I hate it. Let me grab my phone. All right. So we're gonna walk, hit a gooey packet for energy. Energy is important because your body turns energy into motion, right? A little bit of physics 101. Your body's really a big ass engine. But it also creates heat. And I don't want to get too chilly out here, so let's see if I can tear this sucker. I don't want to walk around without gloves for too long though, so I'm gonna power this nasty. It basically tastes like frosting gone bad, is my opinion. Some people like it. They're mental. But Milani, if I'm saying that right, Milani, nice to meet you. My first South African friend on YouTube. It's awesome. Oh, disgusting. It's so cold. It's like if you almost froze chocolate frosting. And just for reference, I hate chocolate, so it's not like a, oh yay. I always explain biology in terms of Cape Town. Oh, in terms of engines. I love that. Are you a teacher or something? I need energy. Well, I can turn it into heat to blast to the environment. Through both conduction and convection based on the breeze. No, oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. But yeah, I'm in the sciences. I'm an engineer, pretentious engineer, living in Tokyo. It's just how I think. I love it. I love those seemingly unrelated connections people can draw between different sciences. Like, whoops. Broke my phone, 1 second. All right. There we go. Almost glove time. No gozaimasu. Whew. Just gotta get my 2 gloves on. Oops. It did not work the way I wanted. Alright. Chilly. Yeah, the sun came in real good. Alright, last glove and I can run. Oh no! You can like see stuff now. First half of this run was in complete darkness. It's the bane part of the run. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light till I was a man. All right, let's hit it. 3 miles of fun.
Now, some general observations, friends. A little chilly. Alright. A little chilly. I'm glad you enjoyed that moment. Mulaney. Is it Mulaney or Milani? Type 1 for Mulaney. Type 2 for Milani. And I'll still probably mess it up. But I try. And I gotta find my pace again. My legs forgot how to run. We got 3 miles left, which is about 5 kilometers. I'm assuming in South Africa, y'all use kilometers. That could be wrong. I know 2. Milani. It's Milani, right? I gotta remember that. Milani. I'm gonna try. Milani. Like lawn. Milani. If I ever forget or flip it in my head, you are more than welcome to let me know. A lot of people come and go in our community. A lot of people stay as well. We've been content creators for 3 years and there's still a decent community that's stuck with us since the beginning. But I always make an effort, and I will as long as I possibly can. Yo, Empu! Let's go! We're 3 miles in, 3 to go. We're not dead yet. We just crossed our favorite blue bridge twice. Ran to it, ran over it, ran back over it. Shared a sunrise, took a bio break. Oh, there's Mount Fuji. Camera probably doesn't have the resolution for it at that distance, but I can see Mount Fuji. It's pretty sweet. Woo! Will do. Thanks, Milani. I'm gonna overemphasize it till it locks in, and then I'll say it like a normal human. So I think my brain will want to default to Mulaney, which I don't even know if that's a real name. How gozaimasu. Looks good, Fuji-san. Got light and everything over there. Well, the first 45 minutes were in complete darkness, but yes, now we have discovered the sun. I was hunting for it for 45 minutes and finally found it. Fuji-san, kirei na. It's so beautiful. Okiyama desu ne. It's a big mountain, isn't it? Oh, sugoi, it's great. Daisuki, I like it. It's your Japanese for the day. Very simple mountain talk. All right, so pace-wise, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I don't know, the sun came up, which means my kids are waking up. I got a little bit of a sense of urgency. But if I get too much of a sense of urgency, we're not gonna make it. That's something I gotta be mindful of. But friends, across that river, that is Kawasaki Prefecture, not the city. Now, prefectures, if you come from a US context, which Empu and Milani, you don't, but US is broken up into states. 50 states? There's 50 states. What a terrible American citizen I am. And then within the states, there are cities. Now, I don't know if South Africa's broken up into states or districts. And Empu's not India, Empu's like Iceland, Finland. I think Empu's Finland. I might have that wrong, might have that right. But if Empu's India, my brain's just super twisted up on that one. That would be sad. But Empu does have a dog. Thought it was named Rocket. It was one of those terrier things from The Mask. Or did he have a lab? We were trying to remember dogs, like which animals people had, what their names were. I try really hard to know which country folks are from, what they want to be when they grow up. You know, if they're married and have kids, we call them provinces. Okay. Excellent. All right, so if you cross this river, you'd be in the province of Kawasaki. Kawasaki City is way beyond that city, but I go there all the time for two reasons. Kawasaki has Haneda Airport, which is where I fly from, and that's where my Costco is, and Costco makes me happy. So I go there all the time. Hi, Empu. Finland, yes! Max the Shih Tzu, dang it, you are the Shih Tzu. Oh, I'm so sorry. Max. It was like Mr. Titan or something. Mr. Titan 5000 had two dogs. And they were the same dog from The Mask. A Jack Russell. Two Jack Russells. One was Rocket. What was the other one? Because they might come back. You never know who comes back. But Max the Shih Tzu. Alright, we'll get... Ooh, crane. A lot of times you see fish jump out here too. It's awesome. Especially at sunrise, they're hungry. But thanks for hanging out, friends. If anyone's new here, welcome to the frenzy of my world. Whew, as I learn how to race 3 4/5 humans in Japan. Baby number 4 arrives in February. The expansion pack DLC. It's a really good expansion pack because you don't have to pay for it now. You actually pay in like multiple installments over 18 to 22 years. But you get to enjoy the expansion pack right away. But no, thanks for being here, friends. As a content creator, I do a whole bunch of stuff, so feel free to like explore my profile after the live. I've made around 1,600 YouTube videos so far, and we've been doing content creation and live streaming for about 3 years. I started on Twitch, then I bumped over to TikTok, had some success there, bumped over to YouTube, and actually we have a video performing very, very well, which has brought a lot of new people to the channel, so I always like to reintroduce myself. And Empu, shout out for ripping through all of our old content. I tried to follow along with your comments the best I could. I know I missed some as they get mixed up in my notifications, but hope you enjoyed it. And just for context, Milani, that viral video, it's up to 8.9 million views, which is super humbling. And that, along with some of our other content, has started to perform better. So if we get up to 10 million views by December 30th, then YouTube will turn on ad monetization, which would be incredible for us. So Empu went through and just started blitzing through a whole bunch of our old shorts videos just to bump the numbers up. And where we are at now, total views is at 9.3 million out of 10. So we only need 70,000, not 70,000, 700,000 more views in the next 26 days, and we can finally get paid for 3 years of work on top of a day job, right? Been doing all this for free. You know, it's a blessing to share content with folks. But it would be really cool, really be a door opening opportunity if the channel monetized. I'm not looking to like get rich quick or anything like that. That's not actually how YouTube works, but it would allow a legitimate side cash flow, which could help us get out of student debt. Possibly, if we make it through that, which is a mountain in itself, we could start saving up and looking to buy our own house in Japan. That's a ways out. We're in Finland. Max is a Shih Tzu. Yeah, I check through time to time. Thank you so much, Empu. It's a huge help. You know, and thanks for just watching, commenting, forwarding things around to friends. It's a little mini grassroots movement to beat the algorithm. So I can't do it myself. It takes a team, wonderful team of people. So thank you for that. I know everyone's crazy busy in this season, so it's meaningful. There's Fuji-san through the tree line. Let's see if you can see it when that pole moves. Ta-da! That's awesome. I've been through quite a bit of your content, and I'll run through again, share some with others. Hey Milani, that's amazing. Thank you so much. It starts like person by person, so I appreciate that, right? Because sometimes a video will pick up right, and the algorithm will be like, everyone on planet Earth needs to see this right now. It's really weird. But other times it's just kind people enjoying content, sharing stuff around. Like, there's a lot of power in community to allow content creators to be successful. So I'm glad you've, you know, seen more than one video and enjoy it, because I put a lot of work into it. It's definitely been a sustained side hustle, just like this run. If y'all have forgotten, we're 4 miles in. Woot! YouTube should start earlier with that anyway. Yeah. Oh, I agree. We're here near the middle of South Parts with snow now. Nice! Yeah, I haven't broken through into snow running yet. Tokyo gets some snow, but typically it's very light. It happens, but it's normally a dusting. You have to get out into northern Japan, like Akita, Minami, Nagano is pretty famous for skiing because they have like the Japanese Alps. You also got Hokkaido, so lots of good options the farther north you get. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Swimming, swimming. Swimming, swimming. Oh, 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 oh. Well, run through the content like you run through Tokyo. Thanks, friend. Appreciate it. You can start your own little group. Text your friends. Be like, hey, I know it's like finals week. Actually, I don't know if you're in college or not. Be like, I know it's finals week, but if you need a study break, check out this pretentious engineer. If we work together, we could get our whole Physics 101 class to monetize this guy. Because it's cool when the mission comes external. But yo, I got no expectations of y'all. You're all busy, wonderful people. Hell yeah! But yeah, each week I'll try to post an update on it, or you could just drop by alive and I'll tell you where it's at. But I mean, if you do the math, right? 700,000 views. That's a lot. I mean, if one person watches 100 short videos, that's gonna take them about an hour and 20 minutes. All right, they would have to watch. You'd have to have 700 people do that. That's a pretty big crew. So you got to distribute the load and the vision. But the cool thing is, like, if you push towards that goal and we actually hit it, you're likely gonna have some new subscribers, some new people joining lives, and it just allows more people to interact and make our little corner of the internet more fun. So Hempu, Milani, appreciate both of you, as well as anyone else hanging out, lurking in the shadows. All right, come on, Joe, don't give up. I've internalized the struggle so much that I'm not even talking about the run. We're at about 4.5 miles out of 6, so 3-kilometer people, about 7 kilometers out of 10, roughly. It's not an exact conversion, but my mental calculator's missing the battery. You'll get there, no worries. Appreciate it, friend. Sometimes, you know, I play this character, the pretentious engineer. I'm a real engineer in real life, but I also struggle with like imposter syndrome and this feeling that like someone's gonna find out I don't belong. And it's like I've been an imposter online through content and live streaming for like 3 years, and I'm like, yeah, this goal of 10 million views, this is just ludicrously, like the algorithm's gonna figure out I don't deserve this. Totally not helpful thoughts. So I appreciate your confidence and enthusiasm. I'm sure I'll find it little by little. It's funny, like right now I have 4 full-time jobs. Work for Johnson & Johnson in Japan on surgical robotics. I do content creation, live streaming. I'm studying. I'm in grad school for majoring in global leadership. And of course, I'm a father of almost 4 kids and a husband. So got a pretty big workload there. And in the future, I think I would be open to doing content creation full time, but content creation would have to surpass what Johnson & Johnson has provided. From a base comp, J&J has been, say this in love, okay for the size of our family, because we built a family young and we built it big. Base comp ain't working. And then from a housing perspective, J&J is amazing. Like, they're covering all of our living expenses in Japan concerning housing, car, gas, heat, electrical, and gas, heat, electrical, schooling for our 3 kids. Oh, 1 second. So we got all that going for us. So in order for content creation to be like a legitimate transition from J&J. They would have to overcome the housing benefit at J&J, base salary, and international schooling for our kids. So while we have those benefits, one of my hopes is that if we do monetize, we can be really aggressive with paying down our student debt. Together, me and Felicia, we owe about 240,000 USD in student debt. We both have undergrads from the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana. I'm almost done with a master's in global leadership. So we kind of have to move that financial mountain in order for us to have, say, like the liquidity, the financial room to save up for a house in Japan, transition our family out of J&J. So it looks like we'll have both one foot in each world, content creation and J&J for a while. But if things pick up, it just gives me more choices. Like, I really like live streaming, I really like making videos, I like mentoring others and encouraging them on their journey. Alright, 1 mile. Many of the channels have been subbed to YouTube for years, run by people who are more than normal influencers. Well, that's kind of who I am. Yeah, I might have this pretentious persona, but I only live that out for 60 seconds. Because I was like, that's just to get it going, get that video out, and I turn that off, and I'm a humble, helpful engineer. Oh, the mountain's purple now with the sun. That's nice. It really is a nice trail once it's lit up. I love it. But yeah, you know, over the last 3 years of doing this content stuff, like, I've loved the live streams the most, just because, like, that's when I'm most human. Like, we started on Twitch just throwing a GoPro on my head and like playing games with my kids, like video games or cooking or cleaning the house, like literally just feeling like people are flying the wall. Give them that first person dad mode experience, and that's really edifying for us and for them. But now with content, there's different ways to connect, and unfortunately a lot of my viral stuff is more snarky and pretentious and divisive, because that's how the internet works. But I'd also love to do like digital classes, write a couple career guidebooks, stuff like that. Trying to be a normal influencer, always fun. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be. Daijoubu? Arigato. Now friends, I don't know when this battery's gonna die, but it may occur on the last mile. We'll see. We're getting there. We're only got 1 mile left. 5 miles in. Kids are probably up, getting into trouble. Better hurry back, be there on the double. Time to cook, time to clean. Dad to the rescue. Only got 1 mile left. Dad to the rescue. Woo! Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I don't think we're gonna make it. No, 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 no. Wait. Wait, oh, Son was too fast. Fast, Grandpa, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Frick. That sucked. That sucked. The persona translates less extreme on YouTube, I think. Communities here tend to grow and stick together organically. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm starting to notice that, honestly. Like, folks come around and stick around on YouTube. It's very similar to Twitch, but less so on TikTok. There's no retention on TikTok. Like, on TikTok, you can have 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 followers, and all your videos will still sit at like 0 views. Like, every video is 100% merit-based, which, honestly, is important. But I think on YouTube, it feels like there's a bit more balance. Like I've seen, as we get more subs, there seems to be more exposure to our content when we roll it out. And that's great, because when you work hard on something, you want to know that it's connected with your base. But it's okay if it's not a perfect home run every time. Nobody can do that. Let me check my battery. I'm guessing 10%. Come on. 17. I think we can run a mile in 17%. Pop you back on my head. I think we can finish this up. That means I gotta go. What is it, 1,600 meters? We could do it. Oh no. Trying to control my phone with my nose. Soon you'll be part of YouTube's Westerners in Japan's extended universe. You know, that would be such a blessing. Like, I watch a lot of that kind of content. I don't want to say it's saturated, but there's some really, really good content creators that do life in Japan kind of stuff. My favorite one is Paolo in Japan. I don't remember his heritage exactly. I think it was Latin American. Married to a Japanese wife. They have one little baby. They do amazing Japan content. Like 10 out of 10. One of my favorites is they have a series called like Day in the Life, and they'll just go and shadow somebody, like someone who works at a izakaya or izakaya, which is like a bar food restaurant. They shadowed someone who works at like, what is it, Squaresoft, like Final Fantasy. Someone that works at Capcom, like a bento box owner, like just wonderful, amazing content. So like to ever make it into that league, that would be really cool. And I think the crossover between fitness with DadBod and DadBod in Japan, like the Japan runs, that would be really interesting to me. Okay, friends, quality over quantity, and community focus can go very far. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Really trying to put out good shorts, eventually good long form content, and create a space for connection like this. And plus both funny and accurate. Alright, here comes the worst part right here. Seem to know each other. Yeah, they're all pretty well connected. I just haven't made it in yet. Seems like yes. Yeah, it'd be really cool. Alright, here we go. Stairs of Doom. Alright, we probably got 12% left on battery. 0% left on me. 6 flights of stairs. Frick. No, 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 no. How guess I was. How guess I was. Oh no, there's still more hill. Stairs! Yeah. Gotta get control. That's the hardest part, man. 5.5 miles in, and you get hit by that. Oh man, that's good training. Oh God, peaks right there. Just gotta get to the red sign. Don't die, don't die, don't die. 0.7 left. How'd you at least? We're on reserves. Stairs of the universe. Oh, frick. If I could just grab one of those lemons, might give me the energy I need. Because I must. But friends, just in case, if the live goes dark, it's because the battery died, okay? I'm gonna try to finish. I don't know if we'll make it, okay? 6 miles is a lot to squeeze in to one workout. But, Empu, I hope Max has enjoyed today's run. This run is dedicated to Max, the Shih Tzu. Maybe I should dedicate my workouts to different pets in the community. Eventually I could take, like, on our Discord, people could submit cute pet pictures, and I can have like a little overlay at the completion of each run. You know, Gerald's goldfish. Whew. More stairs. Oh, the stairs. I'm almost there. So close. This is gonna be like if my battery dies right on the last 200 meters. It'd be like the ending of any of your favorite Saturday morning animes, right? Well, will the pretentious engineer finish today's run? Will he make it home in time to feed his children before they wake up Felicia? Find out next week on Tokyo DadBod. Tokyo DadBod. That's how you say it in Japanese. We should head outside ourselves too. Nice. Get a walk in. Love it. How guess I was. Almost there. Almost there. So close. So close. I'm in the whisper zone. Oh, almost there. Exhausted, wheezing, whisper, ASMR. Come on. Just like push it out, get it done. Oh, I get to pass at the finish line. Now in fourth. Passes up to third and second. It's incredible. But first place has a long lead. Can he get there? I don't know. This is going to be close. Oh, someone sneaks in. He's pulling through. And first place. Time to sleep. Absolutely. Get some Z's, Milani. Thanks for hanging out. See, Netflix has a thrilling Hard Days Japanese. Go for it. That sounds fun. I'm gonna do a very quick experiment. If my hammer doesn't die, I want to see if it's possible to extend this at 9%. Hey, friends. Whew.